GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. It's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. And able to get this out to the 25. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. First carry down for Kareem Hunt. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Yeah, he's got it. And he's brought down.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kareem Hunt. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this division round matchup. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from it. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And now off to the races, down the right side, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 59 yards, and the Ravens draw a bit closer. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is Gibson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes throw pulled in by Kittle. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Hunt diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. This is taken at the 15. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And back to
there he goes, right side. The 20. Bring it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So that'll back him up 5. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. And they're able to get the connection on a long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. An option handoff here to Dobbins. It's a 1st down and more for Dobbins. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
And think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
You've been cold. You've been tension. I feel great. Smile, such a nice cheer. I make a fumble.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play
picture
back
of
at the
Fear
44.
The one that just happens to me.
Loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
New York is in that fun fake type of year. It's just like hot song. I just don't know how to grow. I've been around you since I was young. All my friends, yeah, you've been cold. You've been tension. Great child.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Jackson,
do like this biome, chat.
Here it's Dobbins, and to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
You know, Bill, Ja Morant is actually the first player to make it from the NBA to the hood. It's usually the other way around.
Before the game even begins, so
And this young man told me that his favorite player is actually
where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him?
On top of that, his favorite arsenal used to be a Gen 5 with switch connected, but now he has moved on to a grenade, ladies and gentlemen.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a first
They don't understand how stupid this song is, but for hours.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and forced the incompletion.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. To throw again is Jackson. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Because a month ago, it was Shakur. A month ago, Shakur Sanders was reporting like the Browns didn't want to get a quarterback, but are going to get Shakur.
And the lead will be cut down
then about
14.
4 weeks ago, it's like, no, it's going to be him.
So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. This is Gibson.
No, it's going to be
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Browns are going to be drafted now. To me, you got to get a quarterback. Oh, but we got Joe Flacco now. I mean, that's
Set
not
to take over Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
I don't know
He's played a
what
pretty
they're
clean
doing with Sean
first
Watson,
half, a
but
touchdown,
to
no
me,
interceptions.
if you need a quarterback, Shakur Sanders is right there. Shakur Sanders is right there now. You might be sitting there like, oh, in the 2nd round, we're going to draft Jackson Dart. Maybe that's a possible. Maybe that's a possibility. But if not Shakur, to me, it's Abdul Carter. Travis Hunter's a dog. Travis Hunter's great. But it means to put Abdul Carter and Miles Garrett on that defensive front, that's hellacious. That's a hellacious defensive line. If you're going to roll, no matter what,
Taking that in the middle of the game. It's literally high risk. You're going to wake up sweaty as fuck. Not knowing what time it is. They're both probably going to be gone. Literally today, I had class at 9. Went to work out at 10. I decided to take a nap out, but
that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
today's supposed to be my free day. I literally wasted my full day, but let me count on taking out. And I literally wake up at 9 or 10, and now I can't even sleep the rest of the night. It's cooking my sleep schedule up for what, bro? But not even worth it. Taking a nap in the middle of the game or after it's literally high risk, no reward. You're gonna wake up sweaty as fuck, not knowing what time it is. They're both probably gonna be gone. Literally today, I had class at 9.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This is the first of 4 divisional round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills doing battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got
Excuse
one
me,
half
sir.
remaining to find out who goes
Drop the
on
wallet.
to the AFC title game.
Never seen a
and to
man
bring it
with
all
a wallet
to you,
before,
let's send
but
it back
see
out
fashion
to
nowadays
Brandon
get out of
Guy.
hand. I'm not a man. Thank you so much for bringing my wallet. You're a lifesaver. Yeah, if you need one.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Taken at the goal line.
What's that thing on his mouth?
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. Shelling through the defense. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory right at the 40. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 2nd and 7.
This is crazy.
Jackson going to take this himself. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson.
He looks older.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And that is incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Now Mahomes steps away. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for KC.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Here's Mahomes to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he comes back with one. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So the decision to throw the flag pays off. It is a touchdown after all. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. They'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Or maybe even you do this on the 400 meter race. So you're like completely out of breath, just put the last hurdle on 42 inches.
Watch them like panicking.
Or maybe, you know, something even funnier, like you do this to like the girl that cheated on you, bro. You go to the end of her race and put that shit on like 39.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna be in front.
Or like maybe before somebody's running, I'm talking about like a person you despise. Like you go to them, have a
and he will
conversation with
have
them.
the Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it,
the worst quarterback you've ever seen play the game of football.
Here's a pass.
Talk about a quarterback that started and you were genuinely questioning, why is this quarterback playing right now?
Not what they had in mind
My
there.
answer
It's going to
is
go as a
Drew
loss of
Pine.
4.
Notre Dame quarterback, he went from Notre Dame to Arizona State to Missouri. Like, he was so bad. It was so bad that our offensive coordinator is seen on film.
I think this is what this game's
become
become now.
That's how bad he was.
See if we can get something to go our way.
Who was the worst quarterback you've ever seen play college football? Like, I'm absolutely, I'm talking about a quarterback that, like, everything this dude did, you question. Every read he made, you question.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind. Maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say
I should have ended out that we are the flash line.
I definitely to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too.
Playoffs, going to pick the Lakers to win this series, but I think this was possibly the worst
Second down right back to Hunt. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Very good and tricky and ball handling guards, especially guys like leverage, especially guys like Shorter and Alexander.
They'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
That being said, nobody in the Timberwolves involved with the Panthers saw what the Timberwolves last season. There's nobody in the Timberwolves involved.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Austin Reeves is going to get the very best perimeter defender.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back.
Okay, time in some
They've got a first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try to run
the Warriors,
and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kareem Hunt saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
in it. We're not saying A, B, C, D, E. Figure out. We got.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Ladies and gentlemen, before tip-off, we'd like to direct your attention to the field.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation...
Ladies and gentlemen, before tip-off, we'd like to direct your attention to the field.
There's no doubt about it.
What they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you... Yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this place. No, okay.
But, like, why is he crying? I don't know, probably because you traded him. Dude, because he's crying, we might be able to win this game. I don't know, man. I don't think those tears are for him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
It must be done. What does he mean it must be done?
Taking it about the one.
Crying for himself. Just check ball, man.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Are we going to look up rated play? Anything less than 40 is a failure.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter.
Day 16 of
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now a throw out to his fullback. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there. Second down. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts.
Baby hitting the transfer portal. And as an Ohio State fan, I say this after watching Ohio State spring games. Because while Emmanuel Abraham is going to the NFL, there's somebody else that may be taking his targets. There were a few takeaways from the Buckeyes spring game. One is that Tyler Graham is freaking him. 4 catches, 140 yards, and a touchdown. While he did go crazy, I also see that Aaron Scott Jr. is going to be a dog. I mean, we have great wide receivers. It looks like
Nike Tech's done, like our Nike Tech's past 25. We're not winning.
54 yards. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
In 2025?
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Hey, do you guys remember how I scored a career-high 36 points a couple weeks ago?
This is Gibson.
Okay. Well, I just beat my own record with 30 points last night and win over the Nets. Isn't that impressive? Wait, there was a Hawks board who went out the rest of the season with an injury. That wasn't you? Hey, so do you guys remember how I scored a career-high 36 points a couple weeks ago? Okay. Well, I just beat my own record with 30 points last night and win over the Nets. Isn't that impressive?
Wait, this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
You guys remember how I scored a career high 36 points like I
Deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back
I don't know. I tell you, this man doesn't take off. His do-rag does not take it off. We were going into the sauna, and you can take it off. You don't want your hair to like smell or none of that. Bro was just in the sauna, bro. Do-rag on. I was like, Mike, bro, you got to take it off at some point. How many do-rags he got? A lot. Every color, bro. Whatever do-rag you wear to work. He got to take it off.
Coming up with a late turnover. But imagine the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The Chiefs going to play on another week as we say so long, everybody.
Is he the best wings we've ever seen before? I don't know. I tell you, this man doesn't take off his do-rag.
Exact, no. Seems like we did the question.
He got better hair than you.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long.